Soundpeats has got a track record of delivering consistently high quality products for a budget price. And in this comparison video, I'm going to be comparing the two top tier products in their lineup, and that's going to be the H1 and the H2. And I'm going to be helping you answer the question, which one should you buy and which one is right for you? I'm going to be covering all the key specifications. I'm going to be giving you my verdicts on whether these guys are worth it. And if this is the first time that you've visited the channel, please do subscribe to support the channel going forward. Hit that like button if you find the video helpful. And I'm going to start by talking about the specifications on these two products. And whilst these are, in their appearance, very different, many of the specifications are the same, but there are some key differences, so I will cover that as we go through. So looking at the specification list there, fundamentally the way that these guys are designed and that dual driver setup with that dynamic driver along with that balanced armature driver, and essentially that is exactly the same in both pairs. Where the specifications start to differ is around, firstly, on the H1 you're getting wireless charging, and on the H2 that's not present. And secondly, in terms of the battery life, you're getting almost twice as much battery life in the earbuds with the H1 as compared to the H2. And that's also reflected in the charging case, where again you're getting a massive 40 hours on the H1, and that's almost twice as much as the H2. So some real key differences there that for you might be deal breakers. It might make you lean towards a H1. But other than that, you're getting some of the best codecs out there, including aptX Adaptive. You're getting the latest Bluetooth 5.2. You're getting everything else that you'd expect at this level, at this price point. But it's going to be down to you to decide whether those key differences make the difference for your purchase decision. And then coming on to talk about the design and the comfort, again, there's some similarities in terms of the colour scheme. That silver accent, although it is more prominent on the H2, is also there on the H1. The charging case is a similar size, although the H1 is a bit heavier with that wireless charging enabled. But in appearance they're completely different. H1 is a bud style earbud, whereas the H2 is a stem style. As you can see there, completely different in their design, and also for me in the comfort. So with the H1, whilst I'm a big fan of that style of earbud, I have not found it to be comfortable or particularly secure, whereas with the H2 I'm finding it highly comfortable, very secure, and good for extended use and not a problem at all in terms of that ear fatigue. When we come on to the controls of these earbuds, again, exactly the same on both. Both work tremendously well via the touch controls, and you're getting control over everything. So really consistent. Soundpeats tend to go with the same control scheme with every single pair that they produce. And the only thing that you want to be aware of is that on the H2, the touch control area is quite a bit smaller in that logo area there, as you can see, whereas on the H1 we are getting a bigger touch surface. And now to move to the most important section of this video, the sound quality comparison. And this is where, again, like with any pair of earbuds, sound is subjective and people have their own preferences. For me, there's many similarities in the sound, and very much driven by the dual driver setup, that dynamic driver and Knowles balanced armature driver doing their work, giving us that really nice sound separation, nice clear highs on both, some good deep sub bass and some nice sort of punchy bass in there as well. Now, where they differ in my view is the H1 is more focused on the mid-range and has slightly more emphasis on the treble overall. Now with the H2, I think you're getting more of an extreme V shape, where everything is still really nice and refined and clear in the mix, but you're getting much more of a sub bass rumble, and you're also getting a little bit more sparkle in the highs, So overall, H1 is a slightly more mid-forward sound, still with that punchy bass, but I'd recommend you go for the H2 if you're looking for that overall bassier sound signature, slightly warmer, a little bit richer overall as well. And my main criticism of both these pairs really would be that lack of transparency mode, that lack of ANC at this sort of price point, which, you know, bang in the middle of that 50 to 100, highly competitive in the market at the moment. You can get pairs that are going to offer that for you at this price, but I'd argue, you know, the sound quality makes up for it. The dual driver setup, you know, that's what we're looking for. But, you know, going forward, Soundpeats will hopefully manage to pack all of this in to something in a similar price bracket. All right, guys, so just wrapping it up, you know, again, both fantastic products from Soundpeats here, and I think you'll do well with either of them. There are some crucial differences. For me, I always will take the H2. I prefer the sound quality, I prefer the fit and the comfort, therefore I'm likely to use them a lot more. And at the end of the day, I can deal with that lower battery life. But all in all, you've got to decide what's most important to you. And of course, the other factor in this is around cost and you know, looking at what deals you can get at the time. Over here in the UK, the H2s are coming in a bit lower. So again, another point for the H2 there. But all in all, you know, you're not going to go wrong with these guys. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed the video today as well. And with all that said, I'll see you on the next one. This is a call quality test with the Soundpeats H1 in an indoor environment. This is a call quality test with the Soundpeats H2 in a quiet environment.